And I did some calculations. Some of you are good at math. Who's good at math? I know Dave's good at math. That's why we have him doing the finances and things. Some of you might want to get a calculator out here. I did a little research because I got a little fired up about this. I think you all know, familiar with Twitter, right? You all heard of it before, this little outfit in San Francisco. Guy named Jack Dorsey is a CEO. I think you all know Jack Dorsey, right? I looked up Jack Dorsey's net worth just for fun. And according to Google, it's $15 billion. Now, I don't know if you know what a billion is, but I did another back of the matchbook calculation on $1 billion. Human civilization, as we know it, evolved. You didn't know I was going to start with human civilization. It's a long talk. I'm just kidding. Started 4000 BC in Mesopotamia. That's roughly 6,000 years, if you all will give me leave that we've been civilized as human beings for 6,000 years. If you worked, let's say we even were able to raise the minimum wage across the country to $15 an hour, which is where it should be. I'm a unrepentant liberal from San Francisco, so I think it should be 15. We do that $15 an hour for a year. How much money do you make? Anybody want to tell me? Give or take? You work about 2,000 hours. You probably won't get those 2 weeks off. You make a little bit more. Let's say it's $30,000. If you made $30,000 and worked every year of your life since human history began, how much money would you make? It would be 30,000 times 6,000. Does anybody want to do the math on it? You could double check my math. That's $180 million. All right. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe, I know they exist, but I don't believe in billionaires. I think once you get to, this is an aside. Once you get to $1 billion, they should give you a plaque, say you won. And then after that, we should tax you at 100% so that we can pay for healthcare and we can pay for kids' educations and we can forgive student debt and we can do all the things that we say we don't have money for. Even infrastructure might be good. That's why I'm an unrepentant liberal. Anyway, Jack's got 15 billion of these. So I did some more research. Approximately 13% of Twitter's current leadership is Black, Latinx, Indigenous, or multiracial, which is exactly what the other study showed, 13%. 38%, which is pretty much what the other study show, is women. So they're right there in the same area of all the places that said, yay, we want this, and we haven't moved it an inch. So I did, anyway, they wanted to move this up here. So I started doing some more research, again, back of the napkin. So get your calculators out. Let's make sure I'm right about this one too. 4,600 employees at Twitter, that's it. Assuming that they're incredibly top heavy, I went with maybe 20% of their people would be considered executive leadership. It's not 20%, but let's just say for fun, it's 20%, right? How many people? We got 920 senior leaders that make up these percentages at Twitter. So that means that we have 350 women and 570 men. Still doing the math because we got 38% women. They want to get to only 50% in 5 years. I can get them there in less than a year is what I'm getting to. Because all I need to do to make it 50% is hire 220 women. We've had 600 plus women go through the Job Hackers program. So I bet you I could hire 220 women. I could hire them probably for less than this, but let's just say it's $250,000 a year. By my calculations, I came out to $55 million in salary and benefits for 1 year. I would solve this problem almost overnight. And if you take 15 billion and you subtract 55 million from Jack Dorsey's fortune, guess what he's got left? He's still got 15 billion left. It's a rounding error for him. So as I say, it's not that it's not easy to solve. The companies just don't have the resolve. I made that up the other day. I thought it sounded good. Trying it out with you guys. We could do the same with people of color. Maybe what I would do is of those 220 women that I'm going to hire for $55 million. Well, Jack, actually, my ask for Jack, if anybody knows Jack, anybody's from Twitter, I'm only asking for 60 million, 5 million for me, 55 million for everyone else. I'll call it a finder's fee. $60 million still doesn't even dent his wealth. I would just maybe just hire women of color. Then I could kill two birds with one stone. I know all the women of color would be happy about that, I think, anyway, right? We can solve these problems. There are ways to solve these problems. We're not changing and we're not doing anything to do it. I gave you a very simple way to do it. Just throw money at the problem. I don't think that's a solution, but I solved it in 20 minutes with nothing more than Google searches.